All right, let's get right into it. Today we're breaking down the brand new October 2025 real estate report for Southern Ontario. And listen, whether you're thinking about buying, selling, or maybe even investing, what's in this report, well, it could seriously change your game plan.
Okay, so let's just cut to the chase, right? The one question that's on everybody's mind. All those bidding wars, the crazy prices, the chaos. Is that whole Southern Ontario housing frenzy finally over? Well, the report doesn't mince words. The answer is a huge, resounding yes. As of right now, October 2025, the power has officially, completely shifted. And we're not just talking about a little cool down. No, this is a total game changer, a fundamental flip in who holds the cards.
All right, so talk is cheap, right? How do we know this shift is for real? Let's dig into the numbers because the data tells a pretty incredible story about just how much has changed. So, first things first, let's get on the same page. We are officially in what's called a buyer's market. What's that mean? Simple. There are more homes for sale than there are buyers. For the first time in what feels like forever, buyers actually have the upper hand. It's a total 180 from what we've all gotten used to.
And here's proof. Point number one. Take the GTA. The average price? It's down 4.7% compared to last year. Now, that might not sound like a huge number, but trust me, in this market, that is a major cooldown. It's the kind of shift a lot of hopeful buyers have been desperately waiting for.
But here's where it gets really interesting. That's just the average. If you look at an area like Hamilton-Burlington, wow, prices there have dropped a massive 10.3% in a single year. It just goes to show you, this correction isn't hitting everywhere the same way. Some places are feeling it, a lot more. So why the drop? What's going on? It's one word, supply. The number of homes on the market, it's exploded. We're talking an 11 to 15% jump in active listings. And what that means for you, if you're a buyer, is that you have the best selection of homes to look at in 5 years. The choice is finally back.
But like I said, this whole rebalancing act isn't a one-size-fits-all situation. It's really a tale of two different markets. So let's take a look at how this new reality is playing out, because it really depends on where you are.
And you can really see this split screen in action right here. On one side, you've got the Toronto core. Things there are more balanced. Condo prices are holding steady, there's still a lot of demand for certain types of homes, but then you just drive an hour down the highway to Hamilton-Burlington and bam! It is a textbook buyer's market. Inventory is through the roof and it's all about affordability. It's just wild, two totally different worlds so close together.
Okay, so that's the data, but what does it all mean? More importantly, what does it mean for you? Let's boil this down into some real, practical advice, whether you're thinking of buying or putting a for sale sign on your lawn.
Okay, for all you buyers out there, the report is practically screaming at you. This is your shot. Your negotiating power, it's back, big time. We're seeing deals happen 3, 4, even 5% below asking. You've got choices, the best selection in years. But here's the catch. This window might not stay open forever. The smart money says competition is going to start creeping back in by spring.
All right, sellers, your turn. And please, listen closely to this quote because it is the most important piece of advice for you right now. You have got to let go of what your house might have been worth at the absolute peak in 2022. That's ancient history. The only thing that matters now is what's on the market today. That's your competition.
And to build on that, you've got to be smart. You've got to be strategic. The report shows that homes that are totally move-in ready, they sell 40% faster. That's huge. You also need to be flexible on things like the closing date. And here's a tough one. If your house is still on the market after 30 days, the market is telling you something. It's telling you the price is too high. All right, let's switch gears and talk to the investors in the room. If you've been playing the real estate game, you need to know the rules have completely changed. The whole idea of a quick flip for a massive profit, yeah, that's pretty much over. Now it's all about finding real, solid opportunities that pay off in the long run.
So what's the new playbook? It's all about one thing, cash flow. Forget about just betting on prices going up. The report is pointing a big finger at places like Hamilton and Kitchener-Waterloo. And what's hot there? Things like legal duplexes and triplexes, properties with steady rental demand. The bottom line is, this market is the perfect time for a smart investor to get in, not for a gambler to roll the dice.
Okay, so we know where we are now, but what's coming next? Let's wrap this up by taking a look at the official forecast. This is the report's best guess based on all the data of what the market's going to look like heading into 2026.
So here's the big picture in a nutshell. Stabilization. That's the key word. We're looking at mortgage rates slowly coming down, which you get more people out shopping for homes this spring. And the most important part? Prices are expected to finally flatten out. After a year and a half of corrections, we're not heading for another crazy swing, but more of a sigh of relief.
And let's zoom in on what might be the biggest piece of this puzzle for a lot of people, mortgage rates. I mean, this is what determines how much you can actually afford. The forecast shows a slow and steady decline. It's not going to be a nosedive, but every little bit helps with affordability, and that's what's expected to bring more buyers back off the sidelines as we get into the new year.
So it all comes back to this. The report literally calls this moment a genuine reset opportunity. Think about that. A rare chance where buyers have choice, they have power, and they have a little bit of time. But we also know that competition is probably coming back next spring. So the final question, the one you have to ask yourself, is this your moment?